Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today we're going to be showing off some really awesome concealable and everyday use armor from Premier Body Armor. We're going to be focusing primarily on some soft armor, and we are going to be conducting a test on the everyday armor soft shirt. Okay, this is a very lightweight, very well south of 2 pounds, about 1.6 pound wearable, concealable ballistic shirt with level 3A inserts. We are going to be shooting this particular shirt today. They do leave these a little bit on the long side so you can tuck them in, so it makes them really concealable. I'm wearing it, all right? So you've got level 3A armor front and back. A very comfortable shirt, blends in really well into your everyday environment and everything like that. So one of the nice things about having concealable body armor is it really lets you wear armor every single day if you're out and about in your everyday life. Let's say that, you know, there's guys that do the executive protection and all that sort of thing. They're going to be wearing this in their job, or maybe some, you know, police are off duty or whatever, but we're talking civilian use. Even in the civilian world, body armor has been a lot more prevalent and common than it was in years past. The cool thing about these shirts is you can wear them in your everyday life when you're out and about. And if you layer up, no one's ever going to know you're wearing it, and it's a great passive way to protect yourself. We are going to be doing a full test on this today. I do want to show off some of the backpack inserts. These are also level 3A rated, and they come in a variety of different sizes. All right, so they'll fit a wide variety of different backpacks. Here we have one of the Vertex backpacks that is set up with a piece of this armor in here. You can see it integrates into the backpack just fine, and that gives you a ballistic backpack. Again, integrating that armor into your everyday life, a super important thing. You know, you're not going to blend in with a Tiger Stripe backpack, but I do love the Vertex backpacks. You got a fast access compartment here. In this case, we got a B&T USG in there, USWG in there, and of course your body armor in there. So with these backpacks, it's got this slot back here you can put your arm through. All right, and that allows you to use the backpack as armor, okay, which is really cool. So in conjunction with something like the Premier soft armor in there, you know, you've got kind of like a little riot shield that is right on your back and ready to go, and you can deploy it in that fashion if you wish to. Now, if you need a little bit more protection in your backpack, they just released a new level 3+ rated hard plate that goes in your backpack. And the cool thing about this is you'll now have a backpack or some type of a case or device that can stop 7.62x39, M80 ball, and 5.56 in the M193, so the 55 grain stuff. Now, it's not rated for your M855 and your M855A1, but it's nice to know that, you know, yeah, you're getting just 4 more pounds of weight, but you're adding a heck of a lot of flexibility to what this pack can handle. So we will be testing the soft armor today. We're going to be shooting a variety of different rounds at it and doing sort of as close as we can to an NIJ certified testing protocol, but this is really more about fun and just to see what the armor can soak up and what it can take. I think it is pretty important to have armor on an everyday basis, and we've tested a lot of different stuff on the channel, and we really enjoy testing armor. And I think that, you know, armor has become much more mainstream than what it used to be. So the cool thing about Premier that I do like, they are all American made from all domestically produced products. All right, so that's great. And they're also tested, and all the R&D and research is done right here in the United States. You know, that's a real big deal for us with armor. Especially the price point this stuff comes in at. It's definitely an investment grade level of armor, especially getting into the soft plates. If you do decide that you want to buy some armor, after watching today's video, you can use the code IV8888 and get yourself a 10% discount. So that's nice if you want to save yourself a bit of money. Also, that helps us obviously. So anytime you use that code, you're helping the channel and you're saving yourself some money if you like what you see here today. We're going to go ahead and proceed to shoot the everyday concealable armor shirt, okay? You actually have the level 3A plates on the front and the back, and it's very light and concealable. I'm wearing it right now, not a big deal. And you do have a reasonable amount of frontal and rear protection. So let's go ahead and start logging some threats. We're going to throw some rounds down range, and we're going to shoot this shirt. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting because we're going to be throwing some pretty gnarly threats at this. Now I know what level 3A is designed to stop. We are going to be throwing pretty much everything under the sun up to the threat that this plate is designed to take, and we might even throw some other crazy stuff at it. So let's have some fun, set this up, and start shooting some rounds. Let's give it a try. Okay, we're about 15 feet away here from our everyday armor shirt. We've got a fresh 3A panel in here. We're going to go ahead and log some 9mm out of a 5.8-inch barrel and an MP5K. So this is indicative of a probably a little bit longer than standard handgun barrel. I don't think 9mm is going to be a problem. This armor should shrug it off just fine. All right, and we'll talk a little bit more as we go. All right, I'm going to do 6 rounds, okay? And I am wearing the armor too, just for the heck of it. All right, here we go. All right, we had one hit a little bit low, but that's cool though. So let's see, we have one kind of close to the edge. Let's go have a look, see how those rounds fared there. So that was some 124 grain Bellom 9mm ball ammunition here. Let's go have a look. All right, let's have a look. We're gonna go ahead and just pull the armor out. I didn't mention this before, but it's accessible here from the top. There's just a slit that's in the back of the shirt. All right, you just pull the plate out. Okay. And I am gonna look at the back of the shirt. All right, so the back of the armor looks nice. Not very much back face deformation. It did rip the ripstop just a little bit. That's okay. It did stop every single round. That's looking nice, and I can feel them expanded in there. We're gonna look at the back of the shirt. Well, there's not really much to look at, but you can see no rips, no tears on the back side of the armor shirt. That's not bad. Now, this plate has been compromised, but we are going to throw a couple. I've still got a few spots here I can probably put a few rounds in. So let's find some fresh areas and log a few other threats on this. Now, it goes without saying, guys, there's no such thing as a free lunch in physics, okay? Granted, it's going to stop the round. It's still going to hurt, all right? You know, it's going to keep the round from physically penetrating your body, but you still are stopping a 9mm. So just bear in mind, guys, when you're dealing with soft armor, this armor is amazing. I mean, it's working great, and it is nice for it to be completely concealable. Definitely not taken away from that fact. But bear in mind, I mean, it's still gonna hurt a little. All right. All right. We're gonna step up the threat to a 6-inch 40 MOS and a B&T universal service weapon chassis for a Glock. All right. This particular one's wearing an RMR. We're gonna shoot some 180 grain Remington UMC 10mm ammunition. All right, so we're adding another millimeter. Let's see how much that matters. Now, just so you know, power-wise, 10mm, especially out of a reasonable length barrel, is getting you into 41 Magnum territory, maybe even some entry-level 44 Magnum territory. So in terms of an auto loader, 10mm gets you into some pretty interesting areas. So this will be really cool to try out. And we've already pelted it with a few rounds of 9mm. I am going to shoot in quadrants and try to find some fresh spots. We are going to throw some nasty stuff at this here in a bit and have a little fun. Okay, 10mm. All right, a couple of those rounds were pretty close to some of the other hits, and one of them was relatively close to the edge. That's awesome, because I really would like to see, you know, on the edges of a lot of your different armor you're going to shoot, you know, sometimes you can have something, you know, maybe some spalling escape out of the side, or maybe by chance something could possibly get through or escape. So it's always interesting to see something hit kind of close to the edge, but let's have a look. All right, I want to make a quick distinction a little bit too about some things I noticed about the soft armor. The backpack armor uses a 600D Cadora exterior, so it's a little bit more rugged, and this stuff can be, you know, gotten in a variety of different colors. And these are available in a ton of different sizes. In case I didn't mention, you can get these in different sizes for a ton of different backpacks. Almost every backpack practically that there is, you can get this armor for. I wanted to compare that to the way that this particular armor looks. This stuff just has ripstop carrier, which is fine. You know, it's designed to be concealed. All right. Now looking at the back, those two 10mm across the top, they did rip the back of the you know, the actual, you know, covering on the armor itself, but it did stop them. Now, granted, when you look at the way that 10mm hit compared to the 9mm, it's almost pretty easy to go, you know what, I think that a person that got shot wearing this armor with 9mm would just about shrug it off. And I think on second thought, I don't know, I think you could probably shrug 9 off and stay in the fight. Now that 10, on the other hand, it's still gonna hurt. I can feel them expanded in there. Okay, so it definitely did its job. I mean, it stopped the 10mm. We do have a little bit of space left on this plate. I'll tell you what, we're gonna ask this plate to do something really random, okay? We're gonna shoot in an unmarked spot, and I think we're gonna hit it with some 44 Magnum, all right, out of a 7.5-inch barrel. So this is gonna be an interesting test from 15 feet away. This is right on the cuff of what this plate is designed to stop, and we've already compromised the plate. So let's see if it'll stop it, all right? And if for whatever reason, let's just say if we have a failure or something, all we gotta do is flip this armor around and we'll shoot the fresh side to show how it'll work. But I think it'll stop the 44. Even after it's already been shot. So let's hit it a few times, and we're gonna throw some 44 mag at it. How about that? All right, I got 3 rounds of Remington 44 Magnum. This is some of the HTP, the High Terminal Performance 240 grain soft point out of a 7.5-inch barrel. This is Smith & Wesson Performance Center 44 Magnum Hunter. Again, a 7.5-inch barrel. So we're asking this armor to do something crazy. It's already been compromised. Let's see if it'll soak up some 44 Magnum. 3 rounds, and I'm gonna, to be fair, I'm gonna try to find a somewhat, you know, maybe an area that hasn't been shot. All right, let's have some fun. All right. Boy, this is a bad day, man, if somebody's pointing this at you at this distance. All right, let's have a look. All right, that one hit a little low. That's gonna be interesting. There we go. All right, one more. There's so much magnification on this optic, and I'm shooting at such a close range. This is a 4-power Leupold gold ring. A little bit different. All right, that one that hit a little low, that's gonna be interesting. If it stopped that, you're gonna color me impressed. Let's have a look. I have my doubts, I'm gonna be honest, man. I mean, that's a lot of energy, and that's a really close distance. And this is the maximum rating that this plate is designed to stop. And we've already compromised this freaking thing with some 10mm and 9mm and all other kinds of things. So, man, I don't know. I mean, let's have a look. Look, all we can do is look. All right, let's just look. Ooh. Ow. Boy, you're gonna be in a world of pain. But it appears that despite the world of pain that you're going to be existing in, you will be very much alive. Wow. I mean, now that's still going to hurt. Look at that. So there's one of the 44 mags. There's another one. Got in there up high on the right, and it actually might have come to rest in the same exact spot. And then our one that hit low that I just knew might have made it through. It didn't. Now, let's look at the back of the shirt. Okay. Now, where those 44 mags hit, it did rip. But make no mistake, that is not a hole where the bullet went through. That's just from the back face deformation on the plate. Now, that's a pretty impressive result, okay? The fact that it soaked up all of that stuff, you know, we knew that a level 3A plate is rated for 44 Magnum. All right, but I didn't know it would take that amount of rounds, and especially that one that hit really close to the edge. I just knew that thing was gonna make it through or skip down and make it out. So that's pretty impressive, and despite this just being a basic ripstop material, it held together pretty well. I actually would have expected maybe a bit more deformation and a bit more spalling, but pretty good result, all right? I'm pretty freaking impressed by that. Now, look, we've already put this plate through a heck of a lot of nasty threats, and I think it's safe to say that it can soak up a lot of damage in terms of soft armor. Now, there is no such thing as a free lunch in physics, as we said before. It's still gonna hurt. You know, if somebody shoots you with a 10mm or 44 mag or 41 or 357 SIG, you're gonna feel it. But using, you know, your extremely elevated willpower, you will survive, you will persevere, and you will fight through it. But it's just nice to know that you can be bulletproof. And that's sort of a nice thing, isn't it? To be able to have access to. So I'll tell you what, We're gonna ask this plate to do one more Looney Tunes thing that it's definitely not made to do, but just for fun. We're gonna lob some full auto 22 at this thing and just see how many rounds of 22 it can soak up. Just for fun. Let's do it. All right, we got the CMMG 22 kit here set up on the machine gun. We got a 50 round drum. Let's just see if some 22 will get through. Now I'm gonna go through and try to, as best I can, I'm gonna go through and sort of strafe a bit. And we've got a piece of cardboard behind the armor itself just to see if anything makes it through. And to be fair towards the armor and just for us to observe, I will try to go through and shoot all around the plate. That way we're not concentrating. I know that I could probably concentrate the fire to one area and it might eventually make it through. I want to see how much 22 this thing can soak up. So let's give it a try. This is 38 grain Remington black box ammo, just bulk pack, all right? All right. Okay, I think it's safe to say we got quite a few rounds in that bad boy. Some of them stacked on top of each other a little bit, but that's all right. Okay, got quite a few shots on here. Let's start by pulling the cardboard out. You can see where the rounds are at. I'm just gonna grab the cardboard. We're gonna grab it and pull it out. Okay, you see this one outlier here? Look here. See there? There's where it went through. It missed the armor. So I had one round miss the armor, but it looks like we got a little bit of back face deformation. You can see where the cardboard is crushed a little bit, but it looks like it stopped every dang round that hit it, which is pretty impressive. I figured that something would make it through. Wow, look at that. That's outstanding. Now that's just ball ammo out of a relatively short little barrel, but I mean, gosh, I mean, look at that. What's this? Wow, look at that. Wow. Color me impressed. I mean, I went into this, I mean, I test a lot of armor, so I know what this stuff can take and I know what some of the inherent limitations are, but overall, I would say the amount of punishment that plate took, I'd say that's a winner, okay? Really cool stuff. So expect more videos. I'm sure we're going to be testing some of the other Premier offerings. This particular, everyday shirt is a great option for people that are just wanting some soft armor and don't overlook the backpack plates. That's a really handy thing. And remember, if you guys are looking to buy some armor, you can use our code IV8888 and you can get yourself a 10% discount, save you a little bit of money there, which is really awesome. Can't go wrong saving money, but definitely big thanks to all of our Patreon supporters for supporting what we do. We've got some great t-shirts over on Ballistic Ink. Make sure you go over and pick yourself up a t-shirt. Those are some of the ways you can support us if you want. Let us know what you think. All right, is there a threat that you want to see us throw at some soft armor? Do you want us to change some things up? Maybe, increase the distance? Whatever you guys want us to try, I'm sure we can accommodate it. So let us know in the comment section below what you think about this. I mean, I think it's really cool. Now, how bad do you think a 44 mag would hurt, regardless of what armor you're wearing? I don't care what, if you're wearing hard armor and you get shot with a 44, it's gonna be a bad day. So, it is nice to know though that you can be bulletproof. So really cool stuff. Guys, thanks for watching today. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you soon.